Hey guys, so here's another video. It's my deck TG Agents, which I actually don't draw any TGs, but you know, the whole duel, but it's TG Agents versus Inzektors. So I go first, I summon Venus, I paid 1500 to bring out 3 Shine Balls, and then I play 2 Upstart Goblins to draw 2. The reason why I played the 2 Upstart Goblins after I brought out the Shine Balls is because I do not enjoy playing Upstart Goblin and drawing into a Shine Ball. That's like the worst thing ever. So I made a Dark Mist turn 1. I had no idea what the guy was playing. And he ends up playing Inzektors because I attack into a Dragonfly with my Venus. So now I know what he's playing. He's playing Inzektors. Dark Mist isn't really the greatest card against Inzektors because they can obviously just pop it. So I don't really have the best hand. I just have a Veiler, Christia, Hyperion, and 2 Venus and a Heavy Storm. So it's okay. It's an okay hand. So he sets another back row actually. So I have Heavy Storm and I +1. Then I'm going to summon another Venus and go for. I do not have a Leviathan Dragon in my extra deck because of space issues. I have no room for it really. So I make an Acid Golem, which is kind of bad because I do not like going into Acid Golem because if your opponent has the right cards, they can just basically burn you out. But I had an Effect Veiler, so if he had like a tour guide or whatever, which would try to go into a tempo to try to detach me or anything like that, I could stop that. Also, I have Master Hyperion and Christie in my hand, so if needed, I could tribute both of them in order to summon like a Christia or a Hyperion, just so I would not get burned out, which is really annoying. That's the only bad part about Acid Golem. Also, you can't special summon. But yeah, those are two really big downsides to Acid Golem. So I had to make him because yeah, I didn't have anything else in my extra deck to make, so I made him. Sorry, it ended up working out because he ends up getting rid of the Acid Golem real fast, so I didn't take any damage, or I didn't, didn't lose any damage, or didn't. Yeah, so it was pretty good. He summons a Dragonfly, equips Gigamantis, and plays Zet Calibers, making his 3200. So in that scenario, Acid Golem was actually better than Leviathan Dragon simply because he just ran over in battle, so I didn't actually take any damage with the Acid Golem, thankfully. If he would have had like a Spirit Reaper or something, then things would have been a little annoying. So anyway, I try to enter my battle phase, and he goes ahead and I summon Thunder King. I try to enter my battle phase, and then he's going to Effect Veiler my Dark Mist, so I'm just trying to get everything attached back to the Dark Mist right now. And I'm still in my main phase 1 then, since he Effect Veilered my Dark Mist. So I'm going to actually get a little bit ballsy here because I don't want him to just run over my Thunder King that I summoned already. So I'm going to banish my banish my Venus to special summon Hyperion, and then banish the other Venus in order to pop his Dragonfly, which he adds back to his hand thanks to his Zet Caliber. And then I attack him with the monsters, and I set my Typhoon, I pass to him. So I know he has a Dragonfly in his hand, that's the only card that I know. And he summons a Centipede, which is fine. I'm not going to waste the Veiler or anything, so I actually keep the Veiler, because I don't like burning it real early. I keep that Veiler till when I actually need it in case he draws a Hornet or something. So he's going to equip the Gigamantis to the Veiler. I could have MST'd his Gigamantis, and he would have taken damage, and I would still have the Thunder King on the board, but I actually kept the MST because I do not have any fairies in my graveyard for Hyperion, so his card he drew ended up being a BLS, but it could have been a Speller Trap, and I would have liked to have blown away that Speller Trap with the MST, so I didn't know what he drew, obviously, but he topped a BLS, which is, or he had it in his hand and drew the Centipede, I'm not sure, but he had one of the two. So I was thinking about Veilering it, but there's actually really no need because I have the Dark Mist on the field. Thankfully, I made this thing turn 1. It's actually really working out, the Dark Mist. So I draw an Upstart Goblin, I play it. I have Dark Mist attack his BLS. It's a very safe play. I know 100% he does not have a Veiler in his hand because it's the Dragonfly. So I attack it with the Dark Mist, and now my Dark Mist gains that 1500 attack point boost permanently, which is nice. Now he sets a back row, and I make a little misplay here. I don't know what I was thinking, but I should have MST'd that face down right away. For some reason, I just am like not too worried about it, and then I draw. Um, it would have been the right play to MST it right away because you never know. It could have been a compulsory evacuation device, and then I would have got screwed right there. I would have got a -1 had it been a compulsory evacuation device. Luckily, it was only a solemn judgment, so I got a little bit lucky there, but you don't really want to make that bad play. So, just end phase MST it. I also drew another MST, which is kind of cool. So, I still obviously have the Veiler in my hand, so even if he gets like a Hornet or anything, I'm pretty well protected because I still have the Veiler, and he just has that set Dragonfly. So he tops it back row. I'm going to MST it now, end phase properly, like I should have done the other time, you know, because you never know, it could be a compulsory, which some people like to tech that card a lot now. So I summon a Thunder King Ryo, and then I flip my Venus, and that's pretty much game. He just leaves. So that Dark Mist put in work. I hope you guys enjoyed the video.